identity is fragile and fluid. Anyone can find themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time. Tonight, I'd like to tell you two stories. One about me when I was 9 years old, and another about Theodora Yoshikami. We both had to negotiate our identities as we moved through a difficult time in a difficult place. Here's the thing though, for children, you don't have the power to choose when and where you show up. As individuals, however, we all have the power to choose freedom over fear, no matter when and where you show up. And this is a story about how to kick fear in the butt, like this, hi-ya! The time, 1991. The place, New Jersey, Lyndhurst Schoolyard. This was a battleground for me. A 9-year-old immigrant child who was defending her right to a peaceful existence. I am waiting for the schoolyard bullies to meet me here so I can taekwondo their butts to the moon. Taekwondo, by the way, is a Korean martial art, and I had a yellow belt at the time. I was about 75 pounds, and I felt I can be invincible. I can be fierce, like the kung fu masters that I saw in movies. Why am I fighting? Well, it's because I was too fresh off the boat. I was too immigrant. I was too alien, too Asian, too different. Ever since I moved to this little town in New Jersey, I had been bullied by the kids who clearly wanted to make the town white again. Chin-chong, go back to China, they said. Ew, you stink because you eat sushi, they said, like it's a bad thing. So one day, when the bully threatened to beat me up, I said, okay, I challenge you to a fight. Meet me on the schoolyard on Saturday, 11 a.m. It is on. And I waited, and I waited, and I practiced my moves. But the boys didn't show. So I won the fight by forfeit. Yeah! Identity is a function of time and place, and in this particular time and place, I was able to preserve my identity as a Korean. Not somebody who is from China, not somebody who eats rotting sushi. Beyond my nationality, I became the kid who shows up to the fight. This is a different time and a different place. I live in New York City now. I'm a naturalized citizen, and I am concerned about the direction this country is going in. To illustrate my point, I'm going to take you to a different time, a different place. Now we're in 1943. The place, Tule Lake, California. Japanese-American incarceration camp. Here, a girl is born to the Yoshikamis, American citizens who were robbed of their freedom because of Executive Order 9066, signed by then President Franklin D. Roosevelt. She was born in the wrong time at the wrong place. Her identity is an infant, guilty by her ethnicity, guilty by her religion, guilty by the color of her skin. Her parents named her Theodora after Theodora Goes Wild, a movie in which the heroine achieves her independence. She makes it to the Big Apple, and she declares, "The world will try to rob you of your freedom, but fight for it. It's all you've got to live for." 18-month-old Theodora Yoshikami moves to Seabrook, New Jersey in 1944. Her parents are going there to work at a frozen food factory for their piece of the American dream. They get there, and they find that the conditions are not that different from the incarceration camps. They are isolated. They are put to work for 12-hour shifts, earning $10 an hour. Even the children are put to work. For the Yoshikamis, the battle for their freedom had been fixed against them by the government, the president, the society, and the courts who branded them yellow peril. But Theodora, she didn't give up the fight. She didn't give up on America either. And she is still speaking today. In fact, I just saw her on Saturday give a talk about her experiences. She fully embraced her American identity, her Japanese American identity. Identity is a function of time and place. Anyone can find themselves in the wrong time and the wrong place. And when I saw her speak, it really hit home for me that it could have been me in a different time, in a different place, forced out of her home, robbed of her freedom, virtually enslaved by an oppressive and hateful regime. This is the time for us to choose freedom over fear. This is the time that we must fight. We are here in New York Toastmasters, where every meeting we get to celebrate our diversity, our freedom of expression, and our courage. Every time we meet together like this, we are free. In closing, I leave you with a quote from Toni Morrison, who said, "If you are free, your real job is to free somebody else. If you have some power, your real job is to empower somebody else."